When there's an injustice against you or someone you love or someone you believe in, stand up. Don't sit down on them, if they need you.
Welcome to Popcorn Planet's Pop Culture Justice. I am your host, Andy Signore. So happy to be here with 1.5 working eyes. It's getting better, but it's still hard to see. So if I seem a little winky, that's why. But so happy that we got some help to help me on today's show. Steph the Alter Nerd is here. It's so good to see you, Steph. And hey, look who's next to us, Steph. It's Vito.
Hello.
What's up, Vito?
I'm doing. Why would you put your butt in the freaking shot?
Got some. Wow, careful. YouTube's going to demonetize us.
It's spitting. It's your cat.
Jesus.
Female cats have this thing where if you pet them like towards the back, they go, "Oh, a male cat has come to say hi," and they raise up their butt. And Scraps, will you knock it off?
Jesus,
that's
that is
horrible.
Intense. Well, speaking of intense, let's get right to it. I'm just gonna get right to it, guys. Vito, I don't even know if you know or know what we're gonna talk about today, but today's hot topic: Johnny Depp still getting shit on by the media because people dressed as Amber Heard for Halloween. You ready for this one, Vito?
Yeah.
Why do people still dress up as DV victims for Halloween? Oh, now in case you were
was it
wondering,
offensive? Let me see.
In case you were wondering if this person was for or against Johnny, like maybe they're thinking Johnny's the victim, right? Thank you, Steph, for proving no. This is the same person who wrote, "Public opinion is finally shifting in favor of Amber. What took everyone so long?" So I just want you to know that's clearly what this reporter is alluding to in the piece. But here it is. Now, I will admit something, Steph, Vito, I will admit something. It's a little old to dress as Johnny and Amber. Okay, can we just say that's kind of lazy? Like, that was last year's costume if you're going to do it.
Sure.
If I'm really being honest about it, it's like, come on, this year it's not Britney. Well, a lot of people are doing the cover from Britney, or I saw a lot of Knife Britney, but also Travis and Taylor is what I was going to say. Like, way more pop culture trending things this year if you want to do the news cosplay. I got no problem with people dressing as Johnny or Amber. I just don't. And I especially don't have a problem if they want to make fun of Amber because she deserves it. Now, is it lazy? Is it funny as funny? Like, no, it's not.
My dog stepped on a bee.
I mean, it's still kind of funny. It's still kind of funny, but it's a little lazy. Vito, would you agree dressing up as Amber is a little lazy? And
well, you gotta make some court references. If you had went as a giant dog with a bee that you had stepped on, the dog is in pain, I would have went, well, there you go. A little reference there.
Well, let's show you.
Pint.
Let's show you what they did. All right. I mean, because I still think it's kind of lame. All right. So here it is. This is Emily Hampshire from Schitt's Creek. I tried. This is one of those shows that everyone tells me to watch. And then I sat and tried to watch a show, and they're like, "And you got to watch a few more. It gets better." And then I watched like 4 or 5 episodes. I cannot get into this dumb show. I just can't. And I like Catherine O'Hara. I like Eugene Levy. I just can't get it. But anyway, do either of you watch Schitt's Creek? Are you guys fans?
No.
I think I had the same experience where I was like, I get why people like it. It's just everyone's overacting a little too much. I'm like, these are not real people whatsoever, you know?
Oh, I had the same problem with like Arrested Development, where like the Schitt's Creek, it's like they're so dumb. And then with Arrested Development, they're so mean that it's like hard to, like, I still watch more of Arrested Development out of respect, but I'm just like, I just don't want to watch these people.
I do love Arrested Development.
I'm like, I just get bored of these people. All right, but anyway, we don't know who this person is, but she's from Schitt's Creek, I guess one of the castmates. She decided to dress up as Johnny and Amber for Halloween this year and posed with a wine bottle. That really triggered people.
Ooh.
God forbid mega pints, everything else. But here she is. She plays Stevie on the show. I do vaguely remember. And here are the pictures she shared on Instagram.
Yeah.
Vito's already laughing at the
she's doing the face. She's doing the
Emily shared a selection of photos on her controversial costume with her 807,000 Instagram followers, alongside the simple caption, "Happy Halloween." Now, she was playing Johnny. She has the Wino Forever tattoo, like the bird, like, has penciled in the mustache.
That's her?
Back. That's her. She's dressed as Johnny.
Dude, she did
and then
a good
there's
job.
Courtroom Amber, I think. Like there's 2 Courtroom Ambers.
Yeah.
There's this one, and then there's the crying with the shirt.
And Turd as well.
The which one? Oh, the turd. Where do you get to the turd? There's a turd. Exactly. Amber Turd. In the photos, Emily's dressed as Johnny and has even drawn some of his notable tattoos. A friend is dressed as Amber and is pulling an over-the-top, distressed face in each of the pictures. Bravo. I mean, that's... I gotta... Yeah.
The Johnny Depp is good. Look at that.
They're both good.
The fact that they like drew on the mustache
seems honest.
I'm surprised it works.
So here we go. In the third photo, Emily is holding a bottle of wine while the friend sits beside her looking upset. Meanwhile, a fake turd is like, this is a real article. Meanwhile, the fake turd is featured in all the photos. A reference to another highly criticized part of the trial, publicized part of the trial, where Johnny claimed that Amber had defecated on his side of the bed and tried to blame it on their dog's poo and pistol. But here's Johnny with maybe that was just a mega pint. Yeah. But I guess because there was an allegation of, Amber made falsely that he broke a wine bottle, right, Steph? And then tried to smash the wine bottle, we're supposed to believe, and then inserted half broken wine bottle. And then, a doctor's there fixing Johnny's thumb, but decided to ignore the bleeding, leftovers of what allegedly happened. But no one addresses it. No signs of injury, nothing. Cool, got it. But that happened, and now anytime a wine bottle is nearby, we're offensive. There it is. I can't say what all that triggering images is, but continued then, more Amber turd shots. It's a good turd. Solid turd. Needless to say, her post quickly sparked backlash. I'm sure it didn't. I'm sure there was a lot of laughing too. But there were a few people who were upset, mostly Amber fans. And she deleted it within minutes. Now, I got to be honest, this is my real problem with the story, right? Because this is the culture we live in. The media, everybody, you literally put something out for a minute, and then everyone grabs it, and then talks about how bad it is, and then publishes it longer, bigger, and more with a shame on you. She fucking deleted it.
Yeah.
This is a nothing story. People reacted. She realized, okay, I've offended some people. I'm going to delete it. Good for you. I don't think you should have deleted it. I don't think you should have had to have deleted it, but she did. And so I'm like, there's no story here. But of course, it's now become a story. And it's, of course, she then had to go and apologize. Sorry, I thought I had the apology here because it got so out of hand that all the media then picked it up. Had nothing to do with the fucking post that no one really even fucking saw and no one would have saw. But now it's anytime someone just has a one wrong tweet or something that they delete immediately. We caught you. You're stuck. Canceled. That's the world we currently live in. She had to put an apology. I want to address what is one of the most thoughtless, insensitive, and ignorant things I've ever done. Wow. Really?
Yeah, that's the top of your list? Blessed life.
I don't believe that for a second. For Halloween, I stupidly thought it would be funny to dress as Johnny and Amber. It was funny, and you did well. Don't bow to the mob here. I am deeply sorry and ashamed for putting something that awful out in the universe. DA is never, ever funny. These are real issues with real people, and I really regret my actions. In the future, I will do better, and I'm so sorry. Now, look, if you were making fun of Johnny, who was the victim here, yeah, sure, I might have an issue with it. I could see what you're saying, but Amber's not a victim. She lost. She lied. She gives victims a bad name. For me, she's always going to be ripe for parody, and I will have this whenever I want.
My dog stepped on a bee.
I move on from it. I don't want to make it my life and talk about her every day. Clearly we don't on this channel. But what's frustrating me, as you're seeing here, is now this is one of many articles out there that are now just using this to continue the pro-Amber narrative that's slowly starting to take some steam. Any shot they can take at Johnny and go after it is really friggin' frustrating. But here it is. I'm talking about how dare they dress and do this, and the wine bottle, and this is offensive. Depp allegedly did this to her, and how dare you? Johnny Depp's a monster, blah, 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 blah. And then she goes on and says, how dare people do Tommy Lee and Pamela the other year? Vito, I want to go to you strictly because I know you got a lot of controversial opinions. Do you believe that someone who's accused of DV is now against should not be made as a costume for Halloween? If someone's alleged of that, does that immediately put them on the do not cosplay as for Halloween, in your opinion?
I think we should have a rule where anyone who polices anybody else's Halloween costume goes to jail. Stop it, guys. It's one night out of the year. It's not like every day she's going to work dressed as Amber Heard. I can understand them being like, all right, well, you're taking it a little too far. This is too much. It's one day out of the year where we get a little funny, we get a little risque. Okay, even if it is pushing the edge, even if it is insensitive, and let's say that the costume was making fun of Johnny Depp, who is the victim in this situation, I would still go, well, it's one night out of this. She wore a funny costume to a party. I'm not going to try to bury this lady and destroy her projects and kick her off the internet, as it clearly seems like they're trying to do. It looks like she had some projects that were being threatened, and that's why she felt the need to apologize, because they don't just tell you, hey, because the rational thing would be to go, well, I'm actually offended by what you did. And you go, oh, well, that's fine. We can have a discussion about that. But it never stops there. It's, I'm offended by the thing you did, and I want to ruin your life because of it.
Correct.
Which is ridiculous. Like, come on.
I'm going to
That's way
monetize.
worse. Yeah.
And I'm going to monetize and show the thing that's so offensive even louder to everybody to shame you when you're literally doing the same thing she's doing. Like, why even show it then? It's crazy.
This is, let's be clear. Whatever offensive Halloween costume you wore, it is way less damaging to the greater good than making numerous news articles about one lady who wore a Halloween costume you don't like and potentially ruining her life and her career and her connections. This is far worse than whatever
they're not even ruining
offense she caused.
What's so frustrating is they're not even trying to cancel the people who dressed as Amber Heard, which they're so mad about.
They're trying to cancel her for dressing as Johnny Depp.
Who cares? Yeah, it's like, what's offensive about this? That's what Johnny looked like in the trial. Yeah, she's just pulling off his look. Okay, he's holding a turd. Great. I don't understand what the problem is. Steph, as someone who survived, obviously, as your own instances, I'm curious your thoughts. Are you offended by this Schitt's Creek star for making fun of Amber or Johnny?
No, not at all. Comedy should never be censored, ever. You try and censor comedy and you're censoring free speech. Everything should be on the table to be made fun of. It's just dangerous to limit comedy in this way. I'm not offended that she dressed up as Johnny Depp at all. I'm more pissed off that she freaking apologized for it. That's the bit that's really knocked me off. That she apologized for it. Why? She's done nothing wrong whatsoever. She dressed up as Johnny Depp. Whoop-de-doo. Oh my goodness. What? So they're going to now start to try and cancel all the actors that Disney hires in their theme parks, where they have Captain Jack Sparrow walking around with like an empty wine bottle or whatever, right? Rum bottle.
I mean, how about anybody who now dresses as Kang the Conqueror? Jeez, Marvel's in trouble. Jesus.
Okay. It's absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, I just think it's very, very dangerous to try and limit free form of expression and speech when it comes to comedy. Everything can be made fun of. Even, and I will say this as a victim, SA, DV, the R word, all of that, I would say, yeah, totally comedy can make fun of. Fair enough. Do I like it? Do I think that's funny? No, but other people do. I'm not going to take away other people's freedom to be able to say what they want in the name of comedy, for other people's freedom then to be able to enjoy it and laugh at it. Fair enough. I'll just laugh and be interested in other forms of comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? I agree wholeheartedly. If right or wrong, like Halloween is a night where you're allowed to just sort of express yourself. And you can do dresses however you want. Now, people can be offended by it, right? People can not like it. People can be frustrated or mad you made those decisions. But yeah, I think it's weird that we are censoring Halloween costumes. I do. like obviously, I mean, Prince Harry dressed up as like a Nazi soldier. That's it's clearly not a good look. There are certain things like that I think culturally, especially with everything going on right now, that I could see being problematic. Of course, like there
You're
are
the
certain
head
lines.
of state. She's an actress from some TV show. On
Right,
Netflix,
but I'm saying that I do think there are lines. You would agree, Vito. That would be not dressing up as a Nazi right now would probably not be a good look, right?
Should dress up. Yeah, if you're like a politician or whatever, there's different rules PR wise.
Well, there like actually let's go there. Was it Justin Trudeau got in trouble as well because he posed his kid decided to dress with a headless horse, whatever. It's a costume you get at the shop. And look,
they're policing his kid's Halloween costume.
Clearly, his kid didn't know the atrocities and picked a cool outfit and did it.
Them, yeah.
Now, should Justin maybe not have posted it publicly? Probably would have been a better idea given everything that's going on. In my opinion, it's pretty stupid of him for him to not catch that. But to be mad at the kid for just picking that, I don't know. I get exactly. It's like it's all about the context and how you display it. And I think in this instance, particularly, this is a big nothing burger. I was thinking though, I was like, man, what's an offensive one? And then I thought, you know what, that would have been great for Dick. You should have told Dick. He could have gone as Russell Brand. He could have had like a thing hanging out of his pants with a big sign saying "Blame mainstream media." It would have been like that's like more cultural and funny. And I don't know about, but I'm just saying you gotta everything's fair game. You know what I mean, Vito? Do you agree?
I wanted to mention real quick. For some reason, DV crimes or whatever. Like, yes, they're serious, but you know what's like clearly more serious? Like murder. And people dress as actual murderers on Halloween all the time. Mm-hmm. Like you'll see guys.
Jason, Freddy,
an O.J. Simpson like jersey with blood all over it. Yeah, okay. So like it's this weird hand-wringing thing where it's like, guys, yeah, these are costumes, a lot of which are based on crimes, murderers and psychopaths and weirdos and whatever else. So I don't know, it kind of fits the spirit of the holiday.
Yeah, it's like a day for Satan. It's true. It's like the one day where Satanists can go out and praise the devil and we give them a pass and then we all move on the next day.
If she was smart, she would have said, well, you know, it's a day to dress as scary, spooky things. So that, of course, so I dressed as Johnny Depp because domestic violence is very scary. DV is very scary. And I wanted to draw attention to that. Anyway, yeah, people just need to stop policing Halloween costumes, policing Trudeau's kid for dressing up as a spooky like vampire holding his own head in his hands or whatever. It is getting absurd. I don't know, but did you ever see Justin Trudeau's most famous Halloween costume?
Yes.
That's probably I think that's why they're giving him a little bit of they're like
idiot.
This man is not good at costumes. But yeah, you got to leave his kid out of it. His kid can dress as what, you know. Come on, the kid's not thinking about global politic wars and tragedies.
Do you want to see my backup costume, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, well, before I clip this, I'm going to show you during the live feed before the show's over. I will go get my backup costume, and I would like to know your opinions and thoughts of how I did it. All right, so bear with me. We'll get there in a second. Remind me. But there we go. We talked about the issue. Oh, I'm just so over all this. Anytime they can get a shot at Johnny, they take it still. It's still going. I wanted us to show support for Johnny and all that. He's working on a movie and the positive. Let's stay positive on it all. The man won, and I don't care about AH. Her movie flopped. No one wants to work with her. That's karma, baby. And that's where we are. So, yes, people should be allowed to dress as either of them. I think this is a nothing burger. Go support Vito over on youtube.com/Vito. Biggest problem in the universe as well. And Steph the Alter Nerd. They're also on YouTube. Support and subscribe to both. But we're not going anywhere. We got lots more to talk about. I want to get Vito's thoughts on Jada. Ooh, I want to hear your thoughts on Jada Pinkett Smith. And so much more. If you missed the live, guess what? Hit that join button. If you guys are watching live, you can all do it too. Pick a tier, pick a level, join. You'll get the replays as well as just supporting the channel at the best way you can. I appreciate all you guys and all your lovely faces.